I think it's May 9th today. We're a third of the way through the month, and it was below freezing last night. It's 44, 45 degrees in here today, depending on how you look at this thing. Hey, there it's 42. Over there it's 48. All right, so today, it's been a couple of days since I showed you this last time, and I brought my good vernier dial caliper, and it's a Mitutoyo. I need two hands to open it. So I'd like to machine this down, machine the face of this, and mount this chuck. I don't know if I have a tab for the bolts in here. I forgot to check last time I was here what the thread is on that. I don't have very many tabs here. So if I don't have that, I won't be able to do that today. But we're going to get started here. I call this a January fire. This is not, I'm not just trying to get the dampness out of here. I'm trying to get the temperature up. So, unusual for this time of year. So I made many light cuts. And I've got it to the point now where you can see the one side I'm machining right out to the edge, and the other side it's off, the side that's off. So it's not touching here yet. And I got the center really bang on right there. So we're almost there. It's really hot right now. It's not hot to burn me, but it's really, really warm. I think I'll make a few more light cuts. That's all I can do with this lathe is light cuts. I think my lathe at home I could have done this in 3 cuts, but I've done probably 15, 20 cuts here. And we'll let it cool down, go have a break for lunch, and come back and do a final cut and make sure the center's right on at 255, I think it is. What's my number? 2 inches and 555 thousandths. So, well, that's where it is right now. I'm really happy with the way this is going. So then we'll get the transfer punches, punch our 4 holes. These 3 holes here are irrelevant. They're kind of obsolete to me. They're for some other chuck. And we'll drill and tap. And I don't think I haven't checked yet, but I doubt I have the right tap. So I may have to borrow that from my buddy or go and buy a tap. So that might be for another day. Yeah, I'm really having fun. I've made tons of chips, and it's the first big operation I've done with this lathe. I've done lots of little jobs. So, okay, so a couple more cuts and a break for lunch. See if I can do this one-handed. I'm just feeding in by hand because stop anyways. I don't think I'm saving any time by no. Okay, we gotta go in a little more. So we're cutting a little more there. Okay, so I'm going to come right out to the outside edge here and start in there. Didn't expect that. Light cuts. my tool's pretty sharp. Anyway, I'm having fun. So I'll finish this up and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to mount the chuck. Okay, there we go. I got two hands again. That's a bit too light of a cut, but just inching up slowly there now. That's been an interrupted cut on that outside edge for the last 4 or 5 cuts now, and it sounds like I'm cutting the whole thing, but we'll stop it and we'll check. It's getting close. So it's cutting. The whole surface is cutting now. So that's the first pass that I've made that it's cut the whole that outside edge there, 3/4 of an inch. So we're there. I think I'm gonna let it cool now. Go for lunch, and it's warm. It's not like you won't burn yourself or anything, but it's good and warm. So I'll let it cool down. There's no rush to get this finished, and I'll do one more final pass. Maybe I'll use some Scotch-Brite or something, and then we'll check that inside. Okay, I got it on auto feed. Got it set to the slowest speed, which is down here, E 0.0042. Bit fast. The blade spins a little fast. You can see that wheel's really flying. Feeding by hand, I could probably do a better job, but I thought I'd try the auto feed. Okay, it's all done. Just gotta tighten them up. Okay, so gentlemen, we've got ourselves a 4-jaw chuck mounted on the lathe here. We got kind of sped through it, and I didn't video a lot of it. Pretty straightforward. I drilled 4 holes, tapped them. I did 2 at a time, and then I cranked 2 down. I used a standard lineup punch, and it fit perfectly in there, so I was lucky. And we've got ourselves, like next to no run out. We're about 1/1000th of an inch. If this thing would focus. Okay, can you guys see that? I don't know. It's pretty crappy lighting in here. But that needle is not moving. I'll bring it back a little. There we go. And this measurement is not so crucial as the face of it. And I checked the face. I'll see if I can show you that. I may need 2 hands for that. So we're less than 1/1000th of an inch. Okay. I got you kind of set up. What I have to do is lift. I'm not going to take the jaws out, so I just lift it over the jaws. Let's dial it into 0 here. 0 it. And I just lift it over. Now we were on 0 when I checked it last time, so it's around 2,500 right now. If it stays at 2.5 all the way around, it's still at 2.5. So we're less than 1/2,000, I would say. I'm pretty happy that I was able to do this and be this accurate. I was a little nervous about doing this because I think it's pushing my abilities to the limit. I'm not a machinist. But having practice over the winter, every time I had a chance, I was over here doing something on this little machine. And I got it pretty good. I'm really happy. So we got ourselves a nice little 4-jaw. And it's pretty, way more accurate than I would have guessed it would be. And it just put this, I'll just put this little 5-inch beside it here. There's a heck of a size difference there. So we got, little 5-inch does not have a lot of grip, and I only have 1 set of jaws for this. So I can't get the reverse jaws for this. I don't have them. It didn't come. I can reverse these. On a 4-jaw, you just turn them around. Take them out, turn them around, put them back in. So I can put pretty big things in here. I couldn't put this pipe in this little jaw here. This little thing, it would not fit. I could clamp it on the outside. But anyway, I think this is going to be awesome. And we've got our live center over at the other end. So that's done. I mean, the only thing I really got to do now is start getting high-speed steel and carbide cutting tools. And we're in business. So okay, one thing I want to make really sure is these are tight. This will be the last time these are checked for a while, so there's no torque specs. I looked. Not much came with this. So I'm just snugging it up as tight as I think it should be, and I'm really, really happy the way it went. You know what I should do is jump the belts up to one of the high speeds, and we'll spin that at high RPM, see what it looks like. Okay, let's check it out. I've got it set for 1200 RPMs, and I've never run it at this speed. And there's one more faster than that, 2072 RPMs. So this is 1270 actually. Oh boy. That seems a little too heavy. That chuck's probably too heavy for that speed, so You can bring it down one speed and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, that's 805. That's perfect. That's probably about as fast as I can go with that chuck. So 805 it is. I didn't think I'd be able to go faster than that. I knew if I got the 8-inch chuck, I was really tempted to order the 8-inch. I ordered the 6 because it's such a small chuck, small lathe that I didn't think the 8-inch would be a good idea for this one. So we can run it at 800. 805. That's good. And that's 266. That's the speed I did the whole operation on. I didn't change it from 266. Seems like a really good speed. I gotta experiment a little more with those. That's the first time I've changed the belt positions. So there we go. The Atlas lathe is ready to rock and roll, man. I'm gonna do some stuff now. Thank you for watching.